Keyshawn, man, May 16th, rematch with Nahir Albright. He should talked to him earlier this week. He said, "Be ready." He feels like he's coming to Norfolk, do the upset, saying all the right things. But what do you say to him saying, "Be ready" and all that?
That's what everybody say, man. They supposed to promote themselves. I don't really want no opponent that comes in there and just be like, just gonna lay down. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was earlier in my career. Like, every fight I should fight right now, they should be coming confident, more than prepared. So he's saying all the right things for sure.
I understand for a minute now you've been talking about getting that rematch since he fought Kelvin. But a lot of the fans, they're saying Keyshawn was calling out Devin, he was calling out Ryan, all the big names, and it winds up being Nahir Albright. Some of them feel like that's underwhelming for the level you've been fighting at right now. What do you say to that, Keyshawn?
I feel like I agree. Going into this fight, I wanted to fight Oscar Duarte. And we was pushing for Oscar Duarte, but he had other plans, I guess. And I pushed for other two fighters as well, but, Top Rank insisted on me fighting Nahir Albright because they love the story. Keyshawn, the 2 times that I went to Norfolk, Virginia, I chose Limos and I chose De Los Santos. So Top Rank wanted this fight, so I followed my promotion.
What do you think about his performance with Frank Martin? Because I think a lot of people thought that he could have, maybe should have won that fight.
With Frank?
Yeah.
It was a good fight. It was a good fight, it was just a good fight. I feel like close fights like that, it's always going to be like, oh, this person should have won or that person. But, like, at the end of the day, it was a good fight. And I think they should run it back.
You've been talking about knockouts a lot lately, not wanting anyone to go the distance with you anymore. That's been the last couple fights you've been saying that. What's changed to make that mentality like that?
What you mean what changed?
Well, you've always talked about winning and being the businessman, but I'm saying in particular the last couple fights, stoppage.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, because I'm starting to understand the game. I'm starting to understand myself and the blessings of the abilities that I have that God gave me. If I go in, when I go in there, every time super focused and super in shape, I know can't nobody go in there and hang with me at all. But if they can hang, they're gonna get stopped too. Whether it's the first or the 12th round, you know what I'm saying? So I'm confident in myself that I can stop anybody in that ring from 140 to 147.
Do you think Norfolk will still sell it out, or will there be anybody hesitant because how the De Los Santos fight fell through last time they bought tickets?
I feel like Norfolk loves DB3. You know what I'm saying? I'm still repping Norfolk. 757 on my back. You know what I'm saying? I'm still carrying the whole 757. Me and my brothers, we still carrying the whole 757. You know what I'm saying? So expect it to be a sellout.
And you touched on it earlier. You agreed that you wanted something more than a Nahir Albright.
Yeah.
But I see them saying, man, he did all this is their words, clout chasing, talking out this guy, that guy, and then he winds up with an Albright fight. What do you say to the fans and the boxing public saying all that?
I know that's right. I know they fucking right. I didn't want this fight. If you want my honest opinion, if y'all wanted a response off that, I didn't want to fight Nahir Albright, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to fight a better opponent. I wanted to fight Oscar Duarte. But people just got other things going on. You want to say something?
I ain't want him to have this fight. I wanted that fight. You know what I'm saying? But like they said, Top Rank wanted to push for him to fight Nahir Albright so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the real, making 140 was drastic for me last fight. You know what I'm saying? I put more energy into making 140 than really into the fight. And that was one of my hardest fights in my career, for sure. So I wanted that fight at a heavier weight class, but Top Rank wanted Keyshawn to fight us, so I can't, like you said, the promoters make the fights at the end of the day, so I out of my control for sure. But I mean, it is what it is, man. I don't want to keep playing hot potato with this guy, so Keyshawn doesn't have to.
Would you still want that rematch, Kelvin? Keyshawn beats him next month.
Like
still
I said, I don't want to keep playing hot potato with this guy. Like, he had a rematch with my brother, then have 2 fights with me too. It's like, that's your game kind of like drawn out. But I mean, for sure, just because off the strength of that's the person that beat me, for sure, I would love that rematch at a 147 weight class or when I'm strong, you know what I'm saying? So if it can happen, it can happen. But I mean, I ain't dwelling on it, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's in the past, I'm moving on, you know what I'm saying? Pete Dodson, May 16, going down. Let's do it.
Did you think that, both of you guys, did you think that first fight was really as close as the one judge who had it 95-95 and
Which fight you talking about?
When he fought Nahir the first time around, was it really as close as one was a 96-94, 95-95, or was it because ESPN had it like 8-0 Keyshawn after 8 rounds, but the judges saw it different?
I don't think it was close. I don't even think he deserved a rematch. You feel me? But hey, it is what it is. Like I said, I would love the rematch, you know what I'm saying? Just to get back. I need to get my win back, you know what I'm saying? Any fighter that really know, you gotta be a fighter. If you had a fight on the streets and you seen somebody and you see him again, you got to go again. You know what I'm saying? So, for sure, it ain't nothing personal. Everybody keep trying to make this a personal thing. It ain't nothing personal with us and Nahir. It ain't nothing personal with Norfolk and Philly. You know what I'm saying? They keep trying to push this negative narrative. No, we on positive vibes only. But we fighters at the end of the day. This ain't no nice sport, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to get that get back, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Like I said, May 16th, Keyshawn fighting Nahir, Kelvin Pete Dawson. Keon fighting the toughest fighter in his weight class. I mean, toughest fight to date, you know what I'm saying? So we all taking challenges. And we don't pick nobody, when they come to the city, we don't be trying to pick nobody easy. We can pick anybody we want because it's Norfolk, you know what I'm saying? But we take risks, you know what I'm saying, to make it more interesting. So let's do it. It's going down May 16th. Get your tickets.
Keyshawn, the first time I interviewed you was actually the Earl Spence weekend versus Crawford. At that time, everybody was ready to line up to fight you. That line has gotten very small now. I don't want to use the word frustrating, but how difficult is that? Like, okay, none of the top guys want to fight me, only the people down low. How frustrating is that?
I'm going to use somebody as an example. I'm going to use Shakur as an example. About 2 years ago, everybody was saying he was a boring fighter and nobody wanted to fight him, and he wasn't able to get a big fight. As he stayed focused and kept training and kept getting fights, he eventually fell into a big fight, which was Teofimo, and fought in front of 20,000 fans. Now Shakur can damn near hand-pick big fights now. So I'm going to use him as my example. All I got to do is keep going out here stopping guys, stopping them, and somebody going to be brave enough to be like, all right, it's time for me to give this guy a chance to see if he can stop me.